All right, we're back and we finally get to do something fun for a video. We're gonna build a little pole barn. It's gonna be a 30 by 30 monitor style barn. So basically a high center section and two overhangs. So the center section will basically be 14 foot wide, 30 foot long, and it'll have a little loft in it, and each overhang will be 8 foot wide, and one of the overhangs will be enclosed and one will be left open. So that basically makes a nice little 30 by 30 building. That should prove pretty useful here. All right, I got some of these holes dug here. For us, what ended up working best was using the backhoe. Just because we have these forms, and I got one set up. Basically, it's two 18-inch treated boards and then two 21-inch treated boards screwed together to make a 18-inch square. And then this is a rebar we're putting in. Basically, I just welded some rebar together and a little cross, and then I cut coat hangers to make little chairs to hold it up a little bit. So that's what's going down into these holes. And then I'm using the crack resistant fiber bagged concrete mix. The holes are about 4 feet deep. Basically can show you one that's water in the hole. But slowly but surely, this is the last one I poured right there. The shadow is probably screwing it up, but these are ready to set a post on. We poured these last night and we're hoping to set the post on today. There's supposedly rain coming early tomorrow morning, so we're gonna stop around noon or 1 o'clock today, and that way our concrete has enough time to dry and harden up enough where we can at least get our posts on today yet. All right, now how do I get the posts on? I can show you. Let me adjust this here. Basically, I go in the hole. I got a string running that goes with the outside of the wall. And basically what I've been doing is, like, this post will be at 12 foot on center. So I put a little black dot on my string. I throw my form down in there. I got my perfect factory straight edge there. Then I climb in this hole. And we kick our form around a little bit, eyeball it. Then I've been taking the 2x4 and I line it up with the string here. The black dot on the string that's marking 12 foot on center. And I level my 2x4 with that black dot. Okay. Right about there. And now I level my 2x4 where the face is just touching the string by the center of that black dot there. Okay, and now when I got that, and I actually got it. So then I kind of mark my spot, and then I center my box around it. And now I'll pound some rebar around the outside of this box to hold it in place. I'll tamp the center of it. Although that's pretty much undisturbed ground there. I didn't tear it up. So I'll tamp that. I'll set my little piece of rebar in the center. I'll mix up that concrete in the back of my wheelbarrow there, or in my wheelbarrow, and I'll dump it in. And that's basically how we've been setting our footings. I usually get her close. I'm sure there's easier ways. All right, line her up. Pick her up, set her on the pad. All right, nothing to it. All right, once we get one wall up, we kind of cheat how we put the other posts up in the other wall. Our center section of the building is 14 foot wide, so we got a 14 foot 2x6, and I'll prop the beam up, the post up, and then we'll screw it to that 14 footer so we know we're exactly 14 feet from the other side. And then I'm gonna put another 2x6 on the front on the outside wall, and that way I'll know I'm exactly 6 foot on center down from the end. And then we level her up, and when it's screwed to 2 posts, because we got a post over there and a post over here, we can keep her pretty close to square. And especially as long as our other side is exactly the 14 feet, as long as that post over there is good, this one should end up good, if that makes sense. Doesn't sound like it does, but it's what we've been doing. All right, we'll get this in here. Swing and a miss. this post. Alright, where are we at here? Oh, really? Perfecto. Perfect. Now we just gotta fill her in. All right, we got a new toy to help with the pole barn build. Let's open her up. I've never actually used the framing nailer. All the stuff I've built, I've always just done screws, but screws would cost me a small fortune, which is something I don't have to build this pole barn. So it's actually cheaper, I figured, to buy this nail gun and the nails for the amount of fasteners I got to use than to buy screws. So let's open her up and see what we got in here. Instructions. Oh wow, we got a nail gun. Can you imagine that? I bought the 30 degree. I never used a nail gun, but well, I've used brad nailers and finish nailers, but I've never used a framing nailer. So, pretty self-explanatory. Let's slap some nails in this thing, a battery, and let's see how she works. All right, so basically I just had to hit a little button there. Holy smokes. I think we gotta turn that down somehow. I might have to actually go read directions. Yeah, we gotta turn that down a little bit. Got a little too much power. Gotta turn it on. Pull the pants up. You gotta have a whole complicated process here. All right. Yeah, and adjusting it was as simple as turning this little knob. I did not know that. Now I need my level. All right, now I went to the center of this post, and this is 6 feet, and that center should be 6 feet on center. And this, yeah, this board I cut to 6 feet exactly. Well, it's hanging a 1/4 inch off. So basically, I'm gonna have to push this post out a little bit. Hammer would work better for that. All right, now we got our hammer. There we go. Just like downtown. So, we are about as good as we're gonna get. Hard to beat. Then, we do the highly specialized task of removing our special tool here. And you got to hit it just right so when it falls down, it lands on your level. All right, now on this board, the post is leaned that way a little bit. So I'm just going to use a regular ratchet strap, and I'm going to yank her back so my center line marks line up. That's pretty good. Get this bad boy level. Ooh, we don't want to hit that. Knock the level off onto our dome. Perfecto. All right, now I'm going to notch a post for the board that the floor joists are going to go to. With these twisted treated posts, there's usually a lot of moving and pulling and twisting to get them where you want them. Well, I shouldn't say usually, but because I don't have much experience in this, but in the few I have played with, that's how it's always been for me. All right, now on these floor joists, basically what I do is screw a 2x4 on the top of the joist, and then I lug it up there. I put one end on, and then I walk up the other ladder, put the other end on, and just let it set on them 2x4s. And then I got some lines drawn up there. I don't know if you can see that. And I line it up with those lines that are 16 on. Ooh, the sun's kind of bright over that direction. Line it up with those lines, and then I beat on my joist hangers. Okay, and to pull it tight, because this being a pole frame building, and Lord knows you get these posts, and after the second day they're twisted and angled in every which direction. So I just got 2 ratchet straps hooked together, and then once I get the board in, I ratchet them tight and pull her together, and then I nail the hanger on. I might show you how it works here. Okay, I'll get the camera set up. It's hot as blazes out here, so don't be offended. I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm kind of chubby, but I just started a new exercise program. I got a bottle of Viagra and ordered the X-rated channel. We'll see how that works out. I'm just kidding. Jeez. Well, here we are. You're zip tied to a ladder. I'm kind of disappointed in your safety ethics here. I mean, that doesn't look safe at all. But hey, accidents only happen to the other guy, right? All right, now, oh, hammer's in my hand. Now I kind of eyeball this thing level. That don't look too shabby. Then what I've been doing, taking these joist hangers, and you make sure you're beat down from the top, but everything's good. It's good, it's good. And then I beat that little tooth in there. And then this thing takes two different sizes nails. Smaller ones go on the outside here. So I've been starting with those. Alright, and then after I nail that one in, I take and I give that a couple taps, and then I'll put the same nail in on the other side. Watch, you won't be able to see, because I'm not going to climb down the ladder and move you. Our relationship just isn't that good. Now I find nailing these three in, I have no experience in this. I never done it on any other building. But I learned early on the first couple ones to nail these in before I nail these in. Because once I started nailing these in, the board wanted to move unless I had these in. If that makes sense. Can I throw the word these in there anymore? Probably not. Alright, we'll get this in here. Oh, swing and a miss. Yes, a bigger hammer would make this easier. All right, now we're up to the bigger nails. Ooh, you ready for this? Ooh, I don't know if I am. I'm a little shaky. It's weird, I'm only on my 8th Mountain Dew for the day. You wouldn't think I'd be shaky. All right, piece of cake, right? Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Wow. Maybe I should go eat some Wheaties. Jesus. All right, I'll get that other side nailed in. I think you've seen all you can see. And then I'll take these boards off and I'll move on to the next one. All right, all excited to drill the final post holes. And I go to use a post hole auger, and the auger don't spin. It appears it's the simplest thing that it could be. Is a shear pin broke. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, she's broken there. How's the guy getting that out of there? I found an old nail here. Oh, here she comes. There she comes. Danger. Now the fun part, seeing if I got a bolt. Well, it's not the exact right size. It's a size smaller. I stole it out of my rototiller because I want to try getting a hold on it. I mean, it looks like it's going to rain and it's too late. The hardware store for certain is closed. So we'll see if this holds up. Worst case scenario, I gotta buy 2 bolts. You think a guy would have shear bolts here, you know? I will from now on. All right, now that we got the auger temporary fixed, what we're doing is we're drilling holes for this outside lean-to. Basically what this is going to be is this going to be an open section of the barn, right? So that wall, I'm going to close that wall in, and then these 8 feet will be open, and it'll just have a metal tin roof, and then that'll connect into the loft, and then on that side there'll be an enclosed overhang. But for these overhang holes, I'm doing them different than I did for that building because my footers don't need to be as big. I only needed a 12-inch cookie because there's virtually no weight right here, because it's just basically a tin roof, and the footers for that are going to pretty much carry the weight of that building. So this out here, I didn't need much, at least the way I interpreted it. So time will tell. Hey, if I come back in a video and there's only a center section standing, well, I guess I was wrong. But okay, anyhow, what I'm going to do, I'm even going to change the spacing of the post, because they're 6 on center. Here I can go 8 foot on center, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be putting my tractor implements in here, and most of them won't fit through a 6 on center post spacing. And plus, I can get away with the 8 foot on center because I don't have the weight that I have to distribute with my posts and footings. So there's an explanation of that. Now let's see if this little bolt works, or whether we're wrapping her up for the night. All right, when I have my pole the depth I want it, I take 2x4 here, tamp that bottom in, getting a little water in that hole. Been raining here. It's either been raining or brutal hot. All right. Now here's our wonderful cookie. Picked her up at Menards. All right. Our cookie installation tool. All right. Alright, cookie's in the hole. Now I gotta go grab her post. Alright, then we'll take the post, put her in the hole. All right, after I get my post in the hole, I don't know if it's needed, but I like to give her a few tamps like that Just makes me feel better. Then what we'll do is kick our level over, and we'll walk over and grab a few screws. And I'm kind of cheating. I got this board so I can get it exactly, easily by myself here, the distance out I need it. So, the bad boy's got to move over a little bit. All right. This board doesn't really have to be level, but it helps. There's one. Now, check to see how we're doing this way. And it's starting to rain. All right, two more. A little more yet. More yet. Oh, that's got to be good. Ooh. Ah, that's perfect. Perfect. So I'll wrap a couple screws in there. This board isn't going to be staying on here. It's just temporary to hold it. All right. Now we got to get her side to side here. I'm going to need a board and a stake for bracing this. Our board here. A couple screws started in it. All right. Now we got roughly where the stake wants to be. So we can beat a stake in. All right. Now, basically, I'm just going to go down because I have that back post in, and I'm going to measure 30 feet, get this leveled out at 30 feet, and then I'll start filling in the hole here. All right, once I have my post in there exactly where I want it, what I'm going to do is dump 2 bags of concrete down into that hole. I know there's a lot of different opinions on this. But I think it can't hurt. I definitely wouldn't snort this stuff though. I don't know if it's OSHA approved, but I feel like if you go and exhale while you're dumping it in the hole, you don't need a dust mask. Maybe I'm wrong, huh? Then after I have that in the hole, I start putting stuff back in. All right. So then I get some in. Well, and I use my tamper. So I kick some in, then I grab my 2x4 works, anything works. Start packing them in. God, this is a good time. Hey. All right, kick some more in. All right, time to wrap this video up. All right, after 3 weeks of work, this is what I got. It's basically me and my wife working on this. And if you're wondering material wise, right now you're looking at about $2 grand in materials, but that includes nails, screws, concrete. It's actually a little less than $2 grand. When I finish building this building, I can put the total in that video or whatnot, or I can give a breakdown, whatever, if anyone's building something similar. But it's even hard to envision right now because, you know, it's not done. You might be looking at it going, what the hell is this clown building? But I'll describe it one more time. Basically, this side here is going to be enclosed. There's going to be like a lean-to looking roof going up. There's going to be a loft on top that sticks up. I think they call it a monitor style barn. All right, and then going down here, this is going to be like wood decking. So there'll be like a man door right here. You'll open that door and you'll walk down. It'll be like a wood deck, and there'll be some workbench on this side and a lot of storage. All right, and then this wall will be open to this, and this will be a gravel floor, and at the very end there'll be stairs going up to the loft, and them stairs are probably going to have to start over on this wood deck, go up, and then make a 90, just so I can have my 4 feet of landing or whatever the building inspector said I had to have up there. And then the loft, it'll be like 7-foot walls, like a 612 pitch on the roof. And then on this side, it's going to be an overhang. So this will be blocked off with board and batten siding. And then the roof will be the same height as that one over there. But this will be left open so I can park, you know, my brush cutter, my tiller, my grader scraper, just stuff like that, the tractor implements under there. All right. I can't really go into too many more details because I don't have it all planned out yet. So you're just going to have to watch if you want to see what happens. But I actually have this week off work, so probably going to get a fair amount more done. But that's all I can think of saying. So thank you for watching and have a good one.